Good morning, you guys. Alright, today is Monday morning, the 12th of August. And yeah, we are up in the Upper Peninsula area, or the UP as they call it, of Michigan. Now, this is actually my first time venturing into the UP, as they call it. We're going to be picking up a reload up here in Traverse City. Right there on the south end of the bay. I'll be picking up a load at a cold storage facility. I forget the name of it. It starts with, well, what's on my load assignment and what actually Google calls it are two different things. So I'll just call it a cold storage facility. Sound good? Actually here. Envision cold storage. No, come on. Now you're going to be an ass. Alright. Okay, let me get zoomed in over here so you can see where we're at in relation to it. Alright, I am going to have to make a right turn before too much longer. Alright, so I don't know what exactly it's going to be here, but the bill too basically was Sara Lee, so I assume that to be like it's a bread load of some sort, like frozen bread, I guess. I do not have my reefer unit pre-cooling though, because my load info, when I was parked, in between loads, it was showing that it was not going to be a live load, but it wasn't ready yet. And then later on, my dispatch changed it to the code for preloaded, so I'm assuming it's a drop-in hook, but I don't know. It doesn't really look like the hugest place in the world, so I wasn't, it looked like they have maybe a small number of drop trailers that they can have there, but not a lot. Definitely not a huge, like a huge distribution center. But we'll see what it is. It'll be a learning experience here. Anyway, before that, the last thing you guys saw from me was a pickup of a load in Vineland, New Jersey, from the Americold facility down there. Vineland is about I don't know, maybe a half-hour-ish drive southeast of Philadelphia, and alright, now that load went to the Walmart DC in Auburn, Indiana. Auburn would be about halfway between, it's on I-69, about halfway between Interstate 80 and 90 and Fort Wayne, Indiana. Alright, so I made that delivery. It took a little bit, but I didn't have a pre-plan anyway, and I wasn't going to, it was overnight, so I knew I wasn't going to get one until it was probably empty anyway, once I didn't have a pre-plan already by the time the previous day ended. And so I get empty and I go down to Fort Wayne so I can get my trailer washed out at the Blue Beacon there. I have no idea which direction I'm going to head to, so had I known I was going to come in this direction, I might have considered going up to Fremont, Indiana, right where I-69 and I-80/90 meet up. But I decided, I'll just go ahead and go down to Fort Wayne. It's a bigger city, and I don't know, might get lucky. I was really badly needing a haircut. The last time I got my haircut was in early July, like July 3rd or whatever it was. It said on the ticket, and so it's been like 5 weeks, and normally I cut it every 3 or so weeks, 3 maybe 4 tops. So I was getting definitely too long. So I was happy to get that taken care of. And I did that after I finally got a pre-plan saying to come up this way, but it wasn't due to pick up until the next morning. Or actually, this is a larger window, like an 8-hour window from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or something like that. So I figured, you know, I had too many other things going on at the moment when the pre-plan came in, and I was like, I want to get my hair cut and whatever else I needed to do. Grabbed a bite to eat, got some steak from Logan's Steakhouse. So that was good. All right. So that's kind of a recap of what's gone on since you last saw me. Now let's talk about some social media stuff. All right, so I'll start with what is it with people being so petty and blocking over the stupidest shit? So I got on my Facebook, I posted a public post about, you know, showing a video of me parallel parking my truck over in Victorville, you know, by where I live. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, I made it easy. I made it look easy, and it is easy to me because there's specific fundamentals that I follow that allow me to make it easy. Now, I kind of jokingly, or very jokingly, said in the post, you know, parallel parking, so easy a caveman can do it. And you know, I'm in it with a lot of sarcasm because I know how much everybody hates parallel parking, and I was just trying to get a laugh out of everybody who was seeing it. You know, like I knew, I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to brag about what I can do. Why do I need to brag about that? There's nothing I can do with the truck that nobody else on the planet can do. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. The only difference is, what do I know that you don't know, and what can you learn to do the same exact thing that I can do? That's it. There's nothing special about me. I don't need to brag about that kind of shit. I don't get why, but some people get all offended. Oh, you're so full of yourself. Like, no, I know what I'm capable of, and I know. I mean, yeah, I do think very highly of myself in a lot of ways, but believe me, I think pretty low of myself a lot of times too. I do battle with depression. Anyway, looks like this. No, it's at this roundabout we're going to be turning, or a little further up. Okay, there's a couple of different routes into there. This whatever, Churn's Corner is where I'm eyeballing though, because the other turn up further, get around this curve. The other turn that's up a little further, look like it'll take me right into the town there, which I could probably do without. I don't know what what other kind of stuff I'll see. But I don't know, it might not be such a big deal, but probably lower speed limit and all that kind of stuff there. So that's why I don't want to go that way. I'd rather take this Chums or Churns Corner. I don't know what, I can't read what it says. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, I was really just trying to get a laugh from people. That's it. And the next thing I know, there's supposed friend who I know through trucking who I guess didn't like it, thought I was bragging, and got pissed off and offended by it, whatever, and she said something about it, and then next thing I know, like, I can't even reply to her because it turns out she blocked me. I'm like, seriously? So I couldn't even respond, explain, hey, I think you're misunderstanding where I'm coming from here. But no, let's go ahead and be petty and a little fucking chicken shit and block me over crap like that. All right, we're gonna hog both lanes here to make sure the four-wheelers behind me don't do something stupid. All right, here we go. This looks like a pretty good wide, like a more shallow turn though, so. Alright, there we go. So there's that. And then, alright, so the next thing on social media, I posted some TikToks while I was in New Jersey. And some guy, I don't know, some guy on there, I don't know who it is, but somebody commented, shut up, I'm over here on purpose for a reason. Alright, anyway, he starts going on some rants about freaking politics and California and stuff. Because I don't even know how California got brought up in there, but I don't even recall it being me. I think someone else did. And then this guy says some shit, and I'm like, well, I'm from, because some guy says basically, yeah, I should make, I just won't go there, just let them all starve. I'm like, oh, wait a minute now, I live in California, and, right. You don't need to be making me starve. Alright, so yeah, look like I should hopefully be able to go this way. Yeah, it looks like we're good here. I don't see any truck restriction signs or anything. Alright. So, yeah, of course, like, what is it with you fuckers and your stupid politics, man? It's like, I'm not into politics. Now, if you really must know, I'm a pretty far right-leaning conservative, generally speaking. But not that it matters. Now, I'm very open-minded, too, and I understand sometimes shit has to be done to fix problems, and sometimes it's things that you don't want to see, but kind of, what ends up being, what goes to the greater good. I'm not going to call myself the least bit of a fan of Joe Biden, but there's reasons why I actually appreciate things that he's done in his time as president. So, I'll give it that, all right? So I'm a lot more open-minded than the average moron out there. And this guy was through and through a fucking moron. Like, just go ahead and starve them all. Like, yeah, you know what? California has the world, not the state, but the world's 5th largest economy. Yeah, we put it down. Our GDP in California is larger than almost the entire world. The U.S. is the highest grossing, has the highest GDP in the world, ahead of China, and the lion's share of that comes from California. Do you really want to starve us? I don't think so. Because a lot of your own livelihood is actually coming from my state, even though, yeah, we have our bullshit to deal with, and we have our stupid politics there. We all agree on that, all right? And we have a bunch of idiots in my state. 55-mile-an-hour truck speed limit. Yeah, I don't like it either. Alright, nobody does. But don't come on my fucking channels whining about politics, alright? I don't want to hear that shit. I don't talk about politics. I don't want to hear your shit about politics. Unless it's something specific to trucking or, something like having a more personal connection to me for whatever reason. But, and then that's very, very limited. So, I don't really talk about that crap. But why this guy saw it necessary, or, to sit there and snivel on my freaking TikTok about California and its freaking liberal politics. I'm like, no through trucks on Hotch Road. All right. I'm not turning that way anyway. Like, take that shit elsewhere. I told that guy, get your freaking, whiny, snivelly political shit off my channel and go elsewhere. I didn't even block him. I could have, but I didn't. I want to see what he has to say. And then here's another one with social media. My Clips channel here on YouTube. Alright, so I have a clips channel that I created, if you haven't already seen it, specifically because of family and friends who don't drive trucks always asking me questions about, hey, what are some of the things that we do in our as regular drivers that piss you guys off, or that we can do better, or that we are doing that you appreciate, that kind of stuff. People genuinely actually want to know. There are a lot of people out there who don't give a shit, but it's pretty evident there are people who genuinely want to know how to be more courteous, or drive in unison with the trucks, where we're not pissing off each other. And I appreciate the people who are like that. Yeah, I really do. We need a lot more people who actually care about that kind of. And what's with these friggin' state troopers and that fucking old 1950s style overhead light or emergency light? I always laugh at that. But anyway, so that channel, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the compilations I put on there, they do tend to present as being very negative, like I whine a lot or something. But okay, yeah, it's just like I was seeing. Don't try to go around me, car. I need this space. Okay, so now it's a given that people are going to feel some kind of way about my content on that channel. It's going to piss some people off, and it does piss some people off. I don't care. That's the whole reason I created that channel, is to educate people on, what things they do to piss me off, or that okay, maybe I'm not showing enough stuff, or people do stuff that I actually do like. Of course, I don't see it a lot, though, except for from truckers, and then that's like every single day thing. Like I get enough content of the negative variety to post on there anyway. Or a lot of times I'll also post, just random, hey, check this out stuff. Like the other day, I was on eastbound 290 in Chicago, and there was a guy riding a quad runner in the lanes of 290, right there, almost by downtown Chicago. And I'm just sitting there laughing about it. I'm not being negative. I just thought, like, holy shit, man, this is not something you see every day. It's that kind of stuff. Anyway, there's one particular video that was newer, and this some guy comes on there and goes 82 views and only three reactions, and one of them is a downvote, which was his own, apparently. There's supposed to be something wrong with my, like I'm doing something wrong or whatever, if that's all the reactions I'm getting. No, I don't. There's not something wrong with that. It's called, I do what I want with my time, and I share what I do with whoever wants to check it out. If you don't want to watch it more than once, watch my channel more than once, I don't give a shit. My channel that channel is growing. I've grown. I've gotten over 40, getting close to, I think about 45 or so new subscribers in the last 28 days. With only 226, I think is what I had when I last looked. It's growing, and I wasn't really that actively posting to it until like the last month or so. Even though the channel itself is about a year old. This guy's trying to put me down and all that because the statistics, whatever. Like, what the fuck do I care about? I'm not. You're coming to the wrong guy. It should be. I'm guessing it's this white building here. You're coming to the wrong dude if you're looking for someone who's trying to get internet famous, or YouTube famous. I'm not. I really don't care. you know, I post the stuff for people who actually do care about watching this stuff, and you know, yeah, that's just it. Yeah. All right. So let me get. I hope this is the right place. It looks like it. Yeah, this is the right place on the map. So, all right, Traverse Cold Storage right there. So we got tons of room here. I'm gonna go ahead and blindside it. I gotta find out if I need to open my, I mean, to start my reefer unit too. There we go. Alright. Alright, so anyway, so I'm starting to go back and forth to this guy, and I'm telling him some little stats. Hey, since you care so much about my channel stats, here, this and that, whatever. It's not like the numbers are impressive. 4% of my views are from subscribers, so 96 are from non-subscribers. But you know what? If you watch the other dashcam related compilation channels, like dashcam videos or whatever, I can't remember those some of the channels, but some of them even use my content in the past. They've talked about getting similar numbers, so am I surprised by that? No. That sounds about right. And again, I don't care. I'm not trying to be a YouTube star. You know, and what I choose to do with my free time is my business, not yours. So why this guy was trying to like put me down and all that, I'm like, yeah, and then I go on his channel. He's got a whole he's been on YouTube since 2012. He's had a whopping 4 videos posted, and has like 100 and some odd subscribers. Yeah, you're one to talk there, dude. Anyway, I'm gonna go get checked in and make sure I'm in the right spot, whatever, and see if I need to start my reefer unit up, because I'm under impression it's preloaded. So. Well, guys, this is all for naught. Yeah, so it turns out we weren't even scheduled for a pickup here. I don't know what happened. Apparently Uber Freight was involved, like they're the broker or something, and let's make my turn real quick. Alright, so yeah, the shipper texted me back, because you use a QR code, or it's all electronic to check in. I used the QR code and elected to check in by text. So they messaged me back, right away sends me an automated message asking if I'm pre-cooled to -10. I'm like, no, because I think I'm here for a drop-and hook. And then it asks for all the information that, company name, truck number, trailer number, your email address, and all that, whatever. And then a few minutes later, whoever it was tells me that, we don't have an appointment time for you. Well, we can work you in for a $225 price. or yeah, we've also notified Uber Freight about it, and yeah, they're saying you can also have your company call Uber as well, Uber Freight as well. Yeah, that might be able to get dealt with faster. So whatever ended up happening there, yeah, they ended up just saying screw it, going to a different place. And what's funny is I could have had a way shorter deadhead route had I just never even done this one and gone straight to where I'm going to now. And because from okay, so now we're going to be going to a place here in Michigan, and I think it's Coldwater or Clearwater, whatever it is. It's on I-69, just north of, not too far north of, I can't remember if it's in between Fremont, Indiana and I-94 or just north of 94, but either way, I already went through there earlier on the way up here. And whatever it was not even a 100-mile trip. You know, it's only 40 miles from Fort Wayne, Indiana up to Fremont, where I-80 and I-90 are. And then it's only like 1 or 2 miles from there to the Michigan line, and it's not that much further up. Like maybe like if I'm ever looking at the map right, it looked like it's only like maybe 10, 15 miles or so into Michigan, because it's just under 40 miles from the Michigan line to where I-94 and I-69 meet up. So yeah, it could have been like a really short trip there. That one won't be picking up until tomorrow morning, though. I'm gonna have to run it though, because that one is due, and that one's gonna be going to Iowa, and it's 580 miles paid, at least paid miles, and it's due the next morning. So yeah, I'll have to definitely get down there and make sure I'm in position to run those miles right away. 580 is not that bad, but keep in mind I'm not getting paid for all the miles that I actually run. So I don't know what the actual miles are. I'll figure it out later on when I get down in that area. And not to mention, I'm going to have to deal with South Bend, Gary, Indiana, South Holland, you know, South Side Chicago area, basically. Trying to even get over that way. So yeah, might be a fun time there. Alright, well I guess I will call this one a day, and unfortunately it's shit happens, but I'm at least gonna get paid for the miles for it. My DM even said that before I even asked about it. Yeah, I know. So that's what we're gonna be doing next, right? I guess I will see you guys in Coldwater, Clearwater, whatever the hell that town is, down by Battle Creek. And we'll see you guys later.